The trial for Ohio's largest corruption scandal is wrapping up after weeks of testimony. And NBC4 State House reporter Natalie Fahmy joins us now live from the federal courthouse in Cincinnati after sitting in on closing arguments. Natalie?
That's right. Today we heard closing arguments from both the prosecution and from both defense attorneys for former Speaker of the Ohio House Larry Householder and former Chairman of the Ohio Republican Party Matt Borges, who are both facing up to 20 years in prison. Now, there's no cameras or cell phones allowed in the courthouse, so you won't see or hear closing arguments. The prosecution spent nearly 3 hours delivering their closing argument in the $60 million bribery scheme to allegedly pass bailout legislation for First Energy. They laid out what it takes to convict someone of racketeering, telling the jury they only need 2 acts, but there are dozens for both men on trial. To wrap, the prosecution said the mountain of evidence the jury has seen shows that Borges and Householder engaged in the scheme to further a political machine and enrich themselves, showing several texts and emails again and replaying phone calls and wiretaps. Householder's defense said the accusation is just a theory. They maintain that Householder pushed for the passage of legislation because he believed in it, and say the government did not prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Householder advanced House Bill 6 as part of an explicit agreement. And Borges' attorney used his time to separate his client from Householder. Tomorrow, the prosecution will rebut the defense, and then the jury will go into deliberation.
And Natalie, so talking about deliberation, the jury heard extensive instructions for that yesterday, but the judge, we hear, added to that today.
That's right. Today, during Householder's defense, his defense attorney brought up people who did not testify, saying that shows the prosecution's case was incomplete and biased. But after some deliberation, the judge ordered the jury not to make any inference about people who did not testify, saying both sides had an equal opportunity to bring those people to the witness stand. And of course, Larry Householder today maintaining that he thinks things have gone well.
All right, Natalie, thank you for reporting there from Cincinnati. And again, you can find all of our reporting and stories up to this point on the case right now at NBC4i.com.